Cadenas, who's going to give us his icebreaker entitled Fortunate in Life.
Thank you.
Fortunate in Life, Art Cadenas.
Mr. Toastmasters, yes, members of the media, hello everybody. Thank you very much for letting me speak here tonight. This is my second speech, icebreaker for the group. Tonight, I'd like to introduce myself to everybody so you get to know a little bit more information about myself. First of all, my name is Arturo Cardenas, or in Spanish is Arturo Cardenas. I'm originally from Mexico, and more than anything, I consider myself very, very fortunate in life. I've been through a lot of things through my entire life, many things that were not supposed to happen, a lot of things that went wrong. Somehow I was able to survive and made it all the way to here today. The reason why I feel so fortunate is because I have a great family. I have the closest friends I could ever ask for. And the people I wanted to meet in my life, they're still up to date in my life, so that's the reason why I consider myself fortunate. I am originally from Mexico. I speak Spanish. I speak a little bit of English. I was raised in Mexico. I come from a very humble family. My family didn't have that much money, and sometimes we had little food on the table to basically eat. From an early age, I was gifted in mathematics, so that helped me to get through life, to get some opportunities ahead of time. One of the things that I can tell you is the question that most people ask me is, how do I make it to this country? That's the number one question that people ask me. So I'd like to tell you, I went to school in Mexico. I have a 4-year degree in computer science from Mexico. Then I went to work for a bank in Mexico, used to be called National Bank of Mexico. They had a branch in Houston. Then after 5 years of working for the bank, one day the boss of my boss comes to the office and says that there was an opportunity to go to Houston to cover a temporary vacancy. So my first reaction was to say, hey, I'm interested, pick me, but the boss of my boss said, no, you're not the one. So they already had somebody else in mind. So they sent somebody else in mind to Houston. And then 2 days later, that person comes back to Mexico. It's like, what happened? You were supposed to be there 2 weeks. What happened is that person was not fully prepared to be in Houston. Lacked some technical abilities as well as the English language. So then I had to go and talk to the boss of my boss that night. Actually, I wasn't the one to go to Houston. He had somebody else in mind. So I had to basically talk for like 2 hours that night. It was a late night. Finally, after listening to me, I had to basically sell myself for the position. Finally, he said, okay, we're going to give you one opportunity. That's all you're going to get. So either you take it or we bring you back in 1 day. You only have 1 day to be accepted or you're back. So finally, they sent me to Houston. I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks. And I was lucky to be accepted by everybody at the Houston Data Center. So they accepted me, and I was able to be there for 2 weeks. Then they extended my time. That bank actually brought me legally to the United States with an intercompany transfer visa. I was in Houston for 5 years. I have great memories from Houston. By the end of the 5 years, I was looking for another job. So I found that Nations Bank here in Charlotte, they were looking also for people with my skills. So I applied for the position. They were the ones who actually flew me from Houston to Charlotte. And then, just like usual, I found that I was not supposed to be the candidate that they were supposed to hire. They told me actually once they brought me here after the interview, it's like, oh no, you were not supposed to be here. It's like, okay, fine. So I made it somehow. And then after the interviews, through the entire day, I was able actually to make it through the final interviews and be able to be accepted by the bank. I'm very grateful to Nations Bank because they were the ones who sponsored me for my green card. And I worked for them for 5 years. After 5 years, I went to work with information systems for the bank. So I was very grateful to do what I'm passionate about. After 5 years, then I was looking for another job. I went to work for a hospital in Concord, Northeast Medical Center. They were the ones who hired me, and later they merged with Carolina's healthcare system. The same, I went to work for information services, information technology. So far I did that for 9 years. Very grateful to do what I like to do because I enjoy tremendously working for that company. So that's one of the things I have to say. The other thing I have to say is that usually in my case, I'm the one who is not supposed to get opportunities. And usually have to always look, go and fight for them, and tell them that, hey, give me one chance. You know, I'm not, I'm not that bad. After talking to people and doing a lot of things, finally I'm able to get the opportunities. So that's one of the reasons I consider myself very, very fortunate. And so tonight I'm very thankful for you guys listening here, my speech here tonight. So I want to say thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Listen.